afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Josh Guillory Show. I am your grateful host. And in studio with me, my main man, Jamie Angel.
What is going on, my friend?
Man, it's Monday. I'm so excited for the week. I've had a great day so far, and I certainly hope everyone listening or watching is having a great day as well. We are broadcasting live in the Bill and Hebert studios right here in Lafayette, Louisiana. Your hometown lawyers, go give those guys a call. I'm telling you, you got legal questions, call Bill and Hebert. They will take care of you, treat you right. We're also broadcasting live where I want you to see us, rumble.com. Just go to rumble.com. Look up the Josh Guillory Show. We're so pleased and blessed to be on that platform. I know Dan Bongino had a really, really good, successful run with that. And glad to be part of the team and glad you're part of the team. Also want to see our app chats on the Rumble. Chat us on Rumble. We got some good chatters, but I want y'all to go to rumble.com and send us a little chat. All right, guys, let's do this. Have you heard of Senator Cassidy?
Yeah, I have.
He's got some more company.
Well, good.
Man, the hayride's been on fire lately.
Always.
I love the hayride. I love it. All right, go check those guys out too, man. A little free pub there. So the hayride's reporting that Public Service Commissioner Eric Skrmeta, did I say his name right?
You did.
Nah. Eric Skrmeta is jumping into the U.S. Senate race, making Bill Cassidy, a lot of people say, I've been hearing things, Bill Cassidy, it's making his chances harder. Other folks say, oh no, they're just splitting votes. The three that are challenging are just splitting votes. What are you talking about? Let's break it down. So Skrmeta, who now joins two other challengers, serious challengers. You have Secretary John Fleming. Okay, you have Senator Blake Miguez. Two conservatives go out there. So now you got Skrmeta.
Well, you got that Dr. Wyatt, too?
Oh, Dr. Wyatt, I'm so sorry. Because I run into him all the time. He's such a nice guy, definitely a conservative. And you could tell he's got a servant's heart. But a lot of these guys do. Miguez does too. Fleming does as well. Full candor, I don't know Mr. Skrmeta. Hope to get to know him. I'm sure I met him in passing, and if I'm saying that on the radio, sorry if you're listening. He knows. I mean, we don't see each other every day. But
not besties?
No, but we may be. You never know. I don't recall. But anyway, so I don't know too much about Mr. Skrmeta. But what we do know is in that race so far, Secretary Fleming, he has about 2.1 million on hand, the last report, but I think he loaned everything but 100,000, which, hey, it's smoke him if you got him. I don't know how serious that $2 million pledge is, but it shows that, hey, you got something. Give him something to talk about.
Yeah.
And Miguez, I don't think he's reported yet, but I know that dude, like, look, I love Dr. Fleming. I love Senator Miguez, and Blake and I, we served together. I can tell you firsthand that guy's a consistent conservative. I know he's an aggressive fundraiser, and he's every time I'm talking to him, he's fundraising lately, and that's what he should be doing to get his message out. It takes money to get messages out, especially in 64 parishes. So Skrmeta being a little less known statewide, but he does have some name ID. He had to win. There's only 5 public service commissioners, so he had to win a pretty decent sized district, and it's a big one. PSC districts are pretty big. So he'll get that name ID up. Now, what I did look at him just briefly during the day, it appears that he is a conservative, that he has a conservative record. So all good things, and really all 4 of those challengers that we said, the two. Senator Miguez, Secretary Fleming, and then you have Sammy Wyatt, or Dr. Wyatt. I think it's Sammy, huh? Dr. Wyatt, yeah, Dr. Sammy Wyatt, and now Mr. Skrmeta. All right, Skrmeta from the Public Service Commissioner. All 4 appear to be solid conservatives. Appear to be, And well, they got voting records. They got Fleming, Miguez, certainly both have a conservative record. It looks like Mr. Skrmeta does as well. Dr. Wyatt's been out there for couple of years now. He's always been consistent. So from my observation, so those are four seemingly similar candidates, but each has their own little attribute that makes them different. Cassidy has about 9 million in the bank, but the field is crowding, and it's mostly Republicans ready to retire him. I don't know how much money. I mean, at some point, the money, you can only raise so much money. You just keep raising more money, you just keep raising more money.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't really help Kamala Harris out much.
No, she got a whole bunch of celebrity endorsements, and I was watching the Saturday Night Live over the weekend, and it's reruns during this time, but they played an old one where it was during the presidential campaign, and she was listing all these endorsements, Oprah, Bruce Springsteen, or whatnot. I'm like, that did not help you at all.
Nope.
At all. The skit was much more funny knowing that we won.
It makes you wonder, why didn't George Clooney run
Matter
for
of fact,
president?
all those SNL skits are actually really funny now that we won.
But seriously, why didn't George Clooney run for president?
No joke.
He had a lot to say during this, and
Whoa.
apparently he was very instrumental in how things went. So what?
Isn't that so
Weird.
It's bizarre.
Very weird. Like George Clooney. Who like go sell some coffee or something.
Yeah. Go back to the ER.
Stay out of politics.
Or jump in.
Or that.
But 9 million in the bank, field's crowding. So let's talk a little bit more about what's going on here, So Cassidy's weakness is his weaknesses are baked in. I mean, he's done Cassidy's problem is Cassidy at this point.
He screwed himself real good.
Look, after 2020, he thought Trump was finished. There's no way he makes that vote if he doesn't. There's no way he makes that vote if he doesn't. But he picked the wrong team. He picked the wrong team, and now he's facing the music. And he doesn't have to. But the thing is, he's facing the music with no dancing partner. You're just kind of looking around. Yeah, you got money, and you got name ID, and you got all that stuff. And he may very well win. He may very well win. And this gentleman coming in may very well take away enough votes, but it's going to. Cassidy's eventually going to be in a primary. I mean, a runoff. Sorry. So you would think. Now, what this might do? Well, let's keep talking because I do have a few little notes on each. So Senator Cassidy, I mean, I would say his biggest hope. Okay, his biggest hope was likely to divide the opposition. So if upon first glance, yeah, okay. This new guy coming in might help. And there's could be merit to that strategy. I don't know. Well, we will all see soon. If only one serious challenger showed up, maybe he could squeak through, just one. But that's not happening here. I mean, think about this. He's facing the sitting Secretary of Treasury. He's facing a sitting state senator who has 8 years in the House. Very proven conservative, both those gentlemen, very proven conservative that have the money or have at least money, and not as much as Cassidy. You don't need that much. He may, but you don't. And I say that objectively, But that's not happening here. He's facing definitely two extremely credible conservatives. Not to knock the other two, y'all fill blanks on the names. It's just it takes a lot of resources. I don't know about one, and the other one is just getting maybe lifted off. I don't know. But I know 3 of the 4 are definitely conservative. This 4th one coming in, from all the things I read, he's conservative as well. But I don't know. But Cassidy wanted to divide. That was his deal. One guy comes in, maybe. But now that he's facing these credible guys, here's the argument. It doesn't split their vote. It chips away at his. His chips away at his. So let's take a tiny little break, okay? And I'll tell you my thoughts on why I say, hey, maybe not. We'll see. I can't wait. We open up in the bottom of the hour. Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. We are broadcasting live from the Beal and Abear studios right here in Acadiana. Beal and Abear, your hometown lawyers. Give those guys a buzz, man. They'll take care of you. And thank you for the support, gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen ladies and gentlemen of Beal and Abear. Thank you. I'm telling you, it's a good crew over there, man. Great culture. Great culture. You know, you and I go visit businesses a lot.
Mhm.
You know, you probably hear me comment all the time, but culture, you know, it's a thing. It's a thing. Every
It really
entity,
is.
every team, every business, every government, everybody has a culture. So anyway, they got a great one over there. All right. And shout out to our girl C. That's all I'm gonna say right now.
Mhm.
Shout out. I got me some new glasses. Got me some new sunglasses.
I need to get me some.
Yep, we go to our friend. All right, so let's continue our discussion on Senator Cassidy and the field. He now has four what appears to be conservative, all four candidates coming on in, and he's facing some credible ones, you know, and a lot of people say that doesn't split their vote. A lot of folks say that splits Cassidy's vote, and why? Okay, think about this. And the hayride kind of alluded to it, but the hayride really just reported. These are my thoughts. So some voters are gonna be, and they're still kind of iffy, like, they may be a little I don't know on Cassidy, not really sure, but they're not really loyal to him. There's a lot of difference, you know. I know the name, I voted for him at least twice now. You know, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of like, you know, those guys. All right. You know, they're conservatives who wanted options. Or maybe they're upset with Cassidy, but for whatever reason, the field that's there now doesn't get them over yet. You never know. But now, one more option. And then there might be one after that. And then there may be one after that. One thing that does seem apparent to me are the four declared candidates against Senator Cassidy do seem to all bring a little something different. Yeah, they're all probably 80-90% the same. That's okay. That's what you would I would think you would expect in a closed primary. So that's not abnormal, but each one carries their own following, their own audience, their own natural gravitational pull, okay? So each one that gets in chips away. This is just a theory, because Lord knows the other theory is, they're just splitting each other's votes. That's assuming that that's a finite amount of votes that's the only ones that are voting against Cassidy. If that's the case, well, then Cassidy wins unless that number's over 50%. It's too early to tell right now. All right, so let's kind of break that down a little bit. Secretary Fleming grabs the base that probably wants seniority, experience. You know, he's been there, man. He's a founding member of the Freedom Caucus. This guy's like got the cred. He's got the street cred for conservatism. He's got that, you know. Miguez has the energy. I mean, Miguez brings the same voting record as I say it all the time. Me and Blake's voting record probably be the same, and me and John's probably be the same. I don't know the other two gentlemen. One hadn't been in office. One I just don't know too much about. But what I hear is good, you know. But my point on that is, most Republican voters, most conservatives will also say that, hey, if I was in there, my voting record would be just like this person or just like that person. Okay, cool. But Miguez brings that little bit more of that energy. He will be able to raise funds, and he already is. But maybe it's because we live in Acadiana, but the momentum seems to be favoring Miguez. But that might just be because I hear it more and see it more. Maybe where we live. I don't know. Maybe it's just noticeable. Skrmetta speaks to the folks who probably care more about the kitchen table issues, energy bills, consumer costs. Think about where he's coming from, the Public Service Commission. Fighting woke nonsense in the utility space. I feel like our public service commissioners, have a different battle on their hands over the last couple of years, maybe 3 or 4 years, as they would have ever imagined. Fighting wokeness in something that should have no politics, utilities. You know what I mean? Like, just really? Come on, man. So, and then Dr. White has his own crew, too. Dr. White, I see him grassrooting. I see him, just scrapping. And that will have an impact. So collectively, these challengers do not. It can be easy to see. I don't think they help the senator. I think they hurt him more than they help him. That's my take on it. But conventional wisdom, conventional knowledge would disagree with what I just said. They would say, "Oh no, the challengers are splitting their vote. Look, they're all the same. They're all conservatives." Well, if that's the case, every Republican should start to question, like, if the opposition is labeled as conservative, then why would and why on earth would I want to vote for the incumbent? You know what I mean? Like, come on. Jeez. So you think a Cassidy supporter looks at this field and doesn't give a second look? Like someone that's and hey, look, more power. Hey, more power to you. If you support Senator Cassidy, support him.
I'm just saying, when we have Senator Edwards next year,
It's gonna. Hey, if you want my prediction right now, we're gonna have Senator John Bell Edwards is what we're gonna have. That's my prediction right now. That's my prediction. Beat up on each. I mean, because Cassidy has to come out slinging. He's got to come out slinging. He's got to come out slicing and dicing John and Blake for sure right off the bat. I don't think that bodes well. I think conservatives are awoken, not in your way.
awoken.
Yeah. But I think a Cassidy supporter, I think someone on Cassidy's team takes a little second look, you know? And of course they will. But they may also shop. They may also kick the tires. And every time they do, Cassidy loses ground. You got to think long term here. Now here's where the red meat starts, okay? So Cassidy voted to impeach Trump. We know that. Cozied up to the Democrats. I know what it was. This guy's not getting real. He's done. This is my observations, especially with senators, U.S. senators. My observation is at some point, it's like they have a need. Everybody right now, we all have a need to breathe in oxygen. Like it's just predominantly oxygen. You breathe in other things too, all right? But something about the Beltway, you lived over there, I didn't. Something about the Beltway to these guys and elected officials, it's like the elitism goes to a next level, like the cool club. You know what I mean? Like this, I'm a Republican, but I can see past all those right-wing MAGA extremos. Oh, no, I'm intelligent. I'm a doctor. I know more. See, the grown-ups have to make decisions here. I can tell. I know that. Like us peasants can't comprehend reality. We know what you did. You had to you picked a team, and that was your right. And you picked the team that was touting false allegations. Now, I get you make all your whatever, but I'm talking the team you switched to was not acting in good faith. I'm going to summarize it that way. And I'm being nice. Meanwhile, the guy that you stabbed in the back, remember that guy? President Trump, he's actually delivering for us. He's delivered more for Louisiana than anything this senator has done. Chemical jobs, we just saw that. Big win for Louisiana. Slashing the deficit with tariffs under this new study. I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys, so much more. Hey, I think we might hear from some folks when we get back. Let's do that. welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. We are broadcasting live from the Bill and Bear Studios right here in Acadiana. We're also broadcasting live on Rumble.com. Rumble.com, like Rumble in the Jungle. Go look up the Josh Guillory Show, and also you can see old episodes and all the things. We have a couple on there. It's premium only. I get we got to do it every once in a while, you know. A ton of chats here. We certainly appreciate that. Miss Connie Johnson, thank you so much. I see your chats there. Appreciate that. Glad we can answer your question. Let's see here. Oh, Joe Biden's memory. Hey, Joe Biden's lost memory. He's been busy on our chat. Let's see. Cassidy is like me. Okay. Voted wrong, liberal, and cooked. All right. Okay. Hey, look, let's switch gears here a little bit. We are going to open up phone lines right after I get this one little piece of just one little thing here. All right. So let's switch here. So Kristen Welker over at NBC tried to play cleanup crew for President Obama, and the deep state this weekend. But don't worry, Senator Lindsey Graham.
Oh, come on now.
I'm just saying, of all people, I'm just saying. He actually clapped back, snapped back.
He is snappy.
I'm just telling you. The article is by NBC. It covers Graham's appearance on Meet the Press, where he went off about Tulsi Gabbard's new bombshell report as Director of National Intelligence. So let's talk about some key facts. Talk about a few little facts here. You know what I mean?
Hey, my friends.
Whoa, hold on there. Wait, Senator Graham, you're here?
Hey, Josh.
Oh,
well,
my
I just tell you,
goodness.
I had a go of it with Kristen Welker yesterday on Meet the Press. She was just,
What?
I mean, she's just trying to sweep it under the rug.
Well, Senator,
She's
hold
trying
on.
to sweep this stuff under the rug, and it's not right.
You're fired up, Senator. Hang tight. Let me tell the folks, though. So just remember, just to bring in everybody. So Tulsi Gabbard said, declassified intel shows Obama directed intel agencies to twist their Russia findings in 2016. That was a big deal, all right? That was big. We saw that.
Real big.
Yeah, I know. We're coming. So to make it look like Putin was actually helping Trump when the original assessment said otherwise. Blatant lie, blatant collusion, all that. There was collusion from them. Now, Gabbard called it treasonous conspiracy. Trump says Obama and others should face
very severe consequences, the most severest of them all.
But don't worry, Obama fired back, calling the claims.
This a weak attempt at destruction. Yeah.
Now, Welker tried to corner Graham with clips and talking points from the old Russiagate playbook. Oh, but Senator Graham, you were kind of maybe a little red-faced and sweaty, but you snapped back. What'd you say?
I said that she's just trying to sweep this stuff under the rug. It's not right. It's not right.
Ooh, okay. Wow.
I tell you, I mean, this Mueller, he's just crooked. He's rotten to the core.
Oh, my God. Yeah, so you had some run. So what's your real feelings about Mueller, though? I mean, have y'all ever talked?
Mueller's just a nasty little man. He's just a nasty little man always going after my daddy Trump, and I'm not going to have it.
So Trump have you heard from him during all this? Because
well, he's a busy man. Look, I was talking to Nikki the other day, and we was just like, little Ronnie was acting up. He's just acting, being the fool that little Ronnie is. And I was talking to Nikki, and she's like, well, you ought to call him. And I said, well, Daddy's busy.
So you still keep up with Governor Nikki Haley or Ambassador Nikki Haley
Oh,
and
that's
Governor
my
Ron
sugar
DeSantis?
boo.
Oh, my God.
Oh, little Ronnie.
Now, hold on, though. During the campaign last year now, you came in this studio a couple times, and we appreciate your time. But you kind of got into a little tiff with your friend Lil Nikki on wardrobes.
Well, look, little Nick, she just needs to do something about that. Look, I mean, that's look, Fall Colors is coming out. She needs to know. All right, Josh, I gotta go. Hey, I don't know why Jamie always runs out when I come in, but you tell him I said hi, Sweetums.
Oh, I'll give it just like that.
All right, Suge.
Wow, Senator Lindsey Graham. Wow, man, that's fan. Hey, man, you missed your boy. He gave me some message to give you.
Oh, did he leave?
Yeah, he did. You didn't.
I will not be in. Did I smell his Dracar Noir? I don't like being in the same room as him. I don't like the way he looks at me.
He kind of comes up, and he's come out on some guests in some very inappropriate times. And we had a sitting.
You remember we had the Attorney General?
Yeah, straight up.
Oh, he was just all sorts of freaky.
Oh, acting that fool too.
Well, y'all keep letting him in. I don't know how he gets here so quick.
I know he's a quick little guy, but anyway.
Squirrely fella.
Now Tulsi over here, Tulsi Gabbard, who by the way is just doing her job. Let's just throw that out there, okay?
Beautifully.
Very much. And she drops a nuke on the establishment. Good. How many people knew? That's my question. How many people knew? All right, let's go to the phone lines. I'm telling you, these guys know what's going on. Warren, thank you for your patience. What's up, Warren? What you got today, my man? Bring the heat.
They're gonna be swinging. Hey, I'll tell you what. You wait. They talking about prescription. Wait till they go after these COVID killers. There ain't no prescription on genocide. And Bill Cassidy and Cleo Fields, they all and Landry, they all trying to act like some Dudley Do-Rights, their commercials and the stuff they're doing, but they more like the Three Stooges. I tell you what. People have learned, and they got a bad taste in their mouth. John Bell Edwards, that baby killer. He want to try to act like a big Catholic and people know the devil's a duplicator. And we're not being fooled by these people no more. They ought to take them off their health care and make them have a Humana or United Healthcare. That's what their punishment ought to be. They ought to make them go to the same hospital system as the rest of them. That would be punishment enough for those people. Thank you.
Woo, Warren, thank you. Man, Warren packed the punch.
God, he has to breathe, man.
No, hey, I'm impressed. Warren gets a lot out in about 30 seconds. Warren made about 3 points.
I'm hoping he's not passed out on the floor.
No, man. Okay. Hey, that is pretty egregious, guys. If you think about it, I think he's referring to Congress's health benefits and their health package and things like that. Probably one of the most egregious parts of Obamacare when it was enacted, still is the law today, tweaked a little bit, but still the law. One of the most egregious things was Congress didn't have to participate. So, you're here to change. You're changing the entire healthcare system for the entire country. The entire country. You're putting it on. You're turning it on its head. Okay, you're flipping on its head. Industry's going to figure out, and they have already. But you're not even going to use. You're not even going to sign. You're not even required to sign up for what you're making everybody else being possibly subjected to. Now, I'm just saying, that's one thing about President Obama. He was at least honest about it. He's like, I have the best health care in the world.
Don't want to change it. Everything's working fine. We'll find a way to bring it to everyone. All the people.
Yeah.
We got some app chats.
Oh, let's go.
Kill Switch says, "Good afternoon, gentlemen. Looking back at Cassidy's political career makes me think any monkey can do this job.
It ain't hard."
And Ryan in Lafayette says, "What about Chris Ray? He knew. Why did he not do anything?"
Man, who was that?
Ryan England.
Ryan.
Ryan in Lafayette.
Ryan, good question. Hey, look, there's so many of these questions. But here we have the Tulsi Gabbard, Director of Intelligence over there. Sensitive information, very honest. Sensitive at the time. Very honest, very open. And she's treated like some kind of political hack job. And she's even saying like, hey, I'm just telling you what my agency found. Do with it what you want. She referred it. She didn't even act. She just referred it over to the Justice Department, which is what she's supposed to do. Move on. What would we like her to do? She finds this information. What would we want her to do? Hide it? You want to sweep it on the rug because it'll cause too much trouble? No. You just, hey, bring light to it. Here's the deal. It does confirm what a lot of us suspected. But she's in the position to say it. And I'm starting to see a degradation of respect for office. Starting to see. That's probably been going on for about 20, 30 years. But elected officials have not helped. Acting the way that a lot of folks have acted over the years has helped contribute to that. It's not just society disrespecting the office. The office holders themselves didn't have enough respect for the office that they held. And you do that long enough and you're going to get what we got now. Lack of trust, no matter who's in office. And a healthy dose of that. Healthy. But she also goes to say, though, Tulsi Gabbard, Miss Gabbard says, that Obama didn't just let the deep state run wild. He was the one actually directing it. He was involved. She says intel agencies were told to rewrite reality so the media and Democrats could scream, Russia, 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 Russia! For 4 years straight. There was collusion. It was within the deep state and the president of the United States. Stick around, guys. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. We're broadcasting live from the Beal and Abear studios right here in Acadiana, your hometown lawyers, Beal and Abear. We're also broadcasting live on rumble.com. Go to rumble.com, look up the Josh Guillory Show, check us out. And I'm digging those Rumble chats. This last one, Liberty Lover 96, having to call Blue Cross Blue Shield for anything is cruel and unusual. Liberty Lover 96, you're right.
Any insurance is cruel and unusual.
Oh, man. All right, so back to this report. Director of Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, very experienced lady, combat veteran, former Democrat, former Bernie Sanders supporter. Boy, have we changed. Boy, have we come a long way. But it just goes to show you, keep an open mind. Never know. Never know. That's why us conservatives and Republicans don't always just preach to the choir. Don't always just preach to the choir. Go out there to those venues. Go out to those places, those public places, and put your conservative thoughts out there. It's okay.
Yeah, and tell them to listen to our show.
Yes. Or watch.
Or watch.
All right, so Ms. Gabbard sent a report last week saying that, and referred over to the Justice Department, which was appropriate, that there was some, in her words, treasonous conspiracy. So there definitely appears to have been conspiracy on the whole Russiagate, Russia, collusion. Question. Then why does Putin always endorse Trump's opponent? He endorsed Hillary, he endorsed Biden, and then he endorsed Biden-Harris again. Like, just saying. And who is taking advantage of the United States under whose watch?
I mean, who did he invade Ukraine under?
Yeah, he wouldn't have tried that.
No.
He wouldn't even come close to that.
He could have tried it during Trump's administration, but it would have never gotten past the border.
Not even close. Not even close. But Trump was out there saying, look, man, this is all made up. This is baloney. And you had the media constantly headline. No substance, just headline. That's the strategy. That's the National Democrat playbook. Their arm, their communications arm of the Democrat Party, the media. Must be nice not to have to pay for that.
Man, where?
Now, let's go back to your buddy, Senator Graham.
Oh.
I know he's back in Washington, but listen, he's late to the party, as usual. That's my beef. You know, all these paper Republicans, all these fake these campaign conservatives. I need them to be campaign conservatives. I need them to be real conservatives. Consistent conservatives, not campaign conservatives. This is the guy, Lindsey Graham, Senator Graham, the same guy who used to parrot the narrative. Remember this? He even said in 2017, there's only one person in Washington that I know of that has any doubt about what Russia did, and that's President Trump.
Daddy. Daddy?
Like, straight up. Like, so basically putting him on an island back in 27. That's that elitism I was telling you about. We all know about that. Oh, us in this little elite circle, we know everything. We know what's really right for everybody and the country and all that stuff. Not the peasants. But he's putting him out on the island like, well, the only one that thinks Russia wasn't involved in the election is Trump. That's what he's basically saying in that quote. And that was back in 2017. But now, oh no, it's 2025. And Lindsey's playing defense. He's flailing on national TV, yelling, it was all BS.
It was BA.
And finally admitting that lives were destroyed by Mueller's hoax. Now, he's trying to catch up to the MAGA base. We're seeing that, but we've seen that for a couple of years. It's convenient. And you can tell he's a little nervous to it sometimes. Some of the things he says, I'm like, I know you don't believe that. I know you don't believe that. You are squirming.
Josh, for real though.
Yo.
Where are them Epstein files?
Hey, man.
Why are we talking about this? Why are we talking about Russia?
We ain't talking about practice.
They're trying to distract us.
I don't know. And that one of your journalists that said that?
No, but seriously though, where's Epstein?
I don't know.
Now I'm curious. Now I want to see him. Y'all got me on.
Y'all know my deal on that. Why even say it? Why things like that are taking away from the big wins we have. But let's get back to this though. And Senator Graham, you know, the fact that Graham is the one breaking a rank on live TV tells you how bad this is for the swamp, though, because he was one of the biggest swamp creatures you got.
Oh, he is the biggest swamp
Yeah,
creature.
Yeah,
the
but
big tatai.
he's trying to swim in both ponds. He's trying to swim in the.
Ask Cassidy how that worked out.
Yeah, it's exactly what it reminds me of.
I saw a headline just a few minutes ago that I think the architect of Project 2025 is going to primary Lindsey Graham. Yep, next year.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Don't know how that's gonna play out. You know,
Lindsey's vulnerable.
Oh,
man.
he's vulnerable.
He tries to suck up when he can, but his muck ups are a lot worse.
I
than
need
his
one of
suck
them
ups.
secretary jobs.
Well, you need something. Keep him out of here.
But I mean, look, you're that's a good point. I mean, I don't know. It just depends on the voters of South Carolina. Are they gonna? I mean, because Project 2025 I've never read a single word in that thing. I couldn't tell you what really's in it.
I tried to start it. It's a lot of words. Very wordy.
I mean, it's like any of those little platforms. There's a bunch of stuff. And I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean anything, but I can tell you what the media has portrayed it to be as some right-wing conspiracy thing. And maybe it is. I don't know. So what do they call that? Alt-right? Something. Hey, guys, stick around. We got a whole bunch of new topics to talk about here in the second hour, and I can't wait. afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to hour number 2 of the Josh Guillory Show. I remain your grateful host. And in studio with me, my main man still, Jamie Angel.
And I remain grateful as well.
Bing, 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 bing.
Bing, bing.
That's it. And we are broadcasting live from the Beal and Abear studios right here in Lafayette, Louisiana. Beal and Abear, your hometown lawyers. All those guys are from Acadiana. All of them. All of them. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And thank you for the support. We certainly appreciate that too. And thanks for what you do for our community. Good folks over there. Very giving. Very giving. All right, let's switch gears a little bit. Fortune is reporting that President Trump just landed a major deal with the European Union. So another win over there in Europe, locking in a 15% tariff rate and securing nearly $1.4 trillion with a T.
What a T.
Trillion dollars in investments, energy purchases, and military contracts for the United States. This sounds very similar to the deal that he made with Japan. Japan had a record number of like, what was it, 400, 800 billion dollars?
It was a lot.
It was a lot. This goes over $1 trillion. This is 2 or 3 weeks, within a 3-week period. This president, who the media paints out to be the most evil human being that ever could walk on the planet, has delivered huge economic wins. Listen, you're a Democrat, independent, you're not a Republican, not a conservative, hate Trump. Can we at least agree that this is good? Can we at least agree that last week or week before's announcement, I believe it was with Japan. Yeah, it was Japan with auto, though.
Mm-hmm.
Can we at least agree those are good things? You can still hate the man. I mean, I wish you wouldn't, but you can still feel how you feel. But can we at least, because if we can't at least agree on certain facts, I'm just saying, that's, I mean, I don't think people would, I think half of our country would disagree with the other if one side came out first and said the sky was blue. That's where we're at right now. It's horrible. But this is not horrible. This is a win for America. This is a win for our country. This is a win for American workers. This is a win for our national debt. This is a win for our long-term stability economically. We don't have to turn our back on service-related industry or the service-related industry. That's fine. We're a service economy now. Got it. But we're now starting to become a manufacturing economy. We're now starting to become an economy that competes on a fair level, not an unfair level, fair scale. But this is great, man. So this deal comes just, again, after Japan. It comes after us putting pressure on China. This is peace through strength. War has multiple aspects of it. Go study that. Go look at the Civil War. Big part of the Civil War strategy was economic. But there's so much, so many things that go into a war. This is just one. All right, so a few little facts here. Trump met with the European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen in Scotland to finalize the deal. Now, that's the conservative one, right?
I think so.
Okay, I get her and one other lady mixed up. Now, without this deal, this is the alternative that was going to happen. So without this deal, the EU is about to get slapped with a 30% tariff starting here in a few days, August 1st, up from the 10% rate currently in place. Remember, he's using these tariffs. He's kind of going back and forth. We call it maneuvering. Schumer calls it chickening out or something. Schumer wouldn't know how to make a decision to save his life.
When's the last time he made a deal?
Yeah. Remember, when's the last time you've done anything?
And
for our
what was
country?
it?
Yeah. What was the deal? Tell us what deal you negotiated, Chuck. Negotiated them raw hamburgers with cheese on a grill. Come on now.
Not even kosher.
I mean, I'm all about. Yeah, really, man. I'm all about putting cheese on the burger on the grill, but usually do that when it's done. Like
you should turn the grill on.
You should turn the grill, number one, and the meat should kind of be cooked. I mean, you can. What are you going to flip it?
Well,
and he had his
demons like to eat raw meat.
Oh, get out of here. So the new agreement here sets a 15% rate on most EU products. Now, the EU committed to, look at this, investing $600 billion into the United States buying $750 billion worth of U.S. energy over the next 3 years. That's big. Look who's right to their east. Russia. I mean, they have to play with them. They have to get oil and gas. They have to have energy producers or get energy from producers. This is great. They dropped to 0 tariffs on aircraft. Might be an obsession with aircraft. I don't know, but maybe it's because the other article that we read. All right, but the deal drops to 0 tariffs on aircrafts, chips, okay, farm goods, and other items. So that's definitely a flexible approach. You know, the 15% rate also does not apply to U.S. pharmaceuticals or metals. That's a big deal. We're always told our pharmaceuticals have to cost so much because of all these different things, and this was one of them. I don't know how big. I don't know how much weight this does, but keep chipping away. Keep chipping away. Doing a great job. But metals, I did not expect to see that. If you look at our resources compared to maybe theirs, wow, that's a big one. That's good. I mean, I think it at minimum has potential to be big, which is good. Trump called it the biggest of all the deals.
All of them.
He's right. I mean, Japan, man, just that Japanese deal was good for any president in their term. That would have been a good, hey, I got that Japanese deal. Trump's like, all right, I got that one next. Now, how can we beat that one? Europe, what you got?
Yeah, and he told everyone he was working on it.
Yes, I get it. For whatever reason, there is just a lot of hate. And between Trump and the media, and I get it. Hey, man, I've been lied about in the media constantly. I get it. We got to move on.
How much you want to bet? And I'm asking you this sincerely. How much do you want to bet that he has a trade deal with China?
I was just thinking that.
By the end of August.
No, not by August.
Oh, by August.
You think? I was just thinking China though. He's gonna come. He's going to strike a deal with them.
Come 1 August, prices are going to go up. People are going to freak out a little bit.
Time out. You're saying is there? But I'm not. I don't think he's going to land a landmark deal like this.
Oh, I do.
With China?
100%.
Before August 1st?
No, by August 31st. Before the end of August.
Okay.
It's going to get uncomfortable for a few weeks.
Well,
telling you, we're going to be back on here next week talking about, oh, it's getting spendy out there. Oh, prices have gone up. That's because those tariffs take effect August 1st.
We'll see.
He's going to scramble. We're going to get some deals.
But some of the biggest markets he's struck deals with. And it's the instability that was said worldwide panic. Like, man, these guys just don't get it. I still want to play all the clips from CNN and MSNBC. I remember coming on air the next day saying, man, they may be right, but boy, if they're wrong, they made some pretty bold statements on air with confidence and with credibility. And it's, well, not real credibility, but said with authority.
Yeah.
Said with authority, which is kind of, when you look at it, when you look at the facts or lack thereof. But very big, man. Very big deal. You know, analysts are saying that this deal removes a major risk of a trade war, at least with Europe, and is a huge win for U.S. auto. Another industry, I don't know how it's a win with Europe and auto, but I'll trust the source here. And I mean, it would make sense if you the way that this deal is structured, because it's so similar to the one in Japan, which definitely helped our auto industry. I mean, they're wide open to American cars going to Japan. To Japan. That's big. All right, keep getting those wins, Mr. President. We'll keep talking about them. All right, we'll be right back. I can't wait. welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. We are broadcasting live from the Beal and Bear Studios right here in Acadiana. Beal and Bear, your hometown lawyers. Give those guys a call if you got legal questions. Also, want to see you on the app chat on the Rumble. Go chat us on rumble.com. You can also see us on rumble.com. And give us a little follow. It's free. It's free. There's only a few episodes that are premium only.
One. But there's going to be some more content coming that's going to be premium only. Probably in the next couple months, you'll start seeing more of that. And look, if you want to become a premium subscriber, if you are a premium subscriber, you get all the premium content from across all of Rumble, not just us. You're not just paying for our videos. But man, if you want to do it, we applaud you. If you don't, you can still enjoy our content.
Hey, look, I just love what's going on. I love what's going on in the world. I love what's going. Oh, I mean, there's some things in the world that I don't, but I love what's going on in our country as far as the pendulum swinging, especially economically, because this guy's in here for one term. That's it. He's trying to, at least it looks like he's trying to make 30 to 50-year decisions, which is what you would expect from someone that has one term. Make those good, solid, but these are solid decisions. These are decisions that are going to help Republican, Democrats, and everybody in between. A job is a job. Money is money. The economy is the economy. I could go on. But one thing in all this that the media is not really saying is the EU kind of had to admit they caved after watching Japan strike a similar deal last week. That's the only. I mean, you're not going to see that I haven't seen it. I'm sure someone will connect the dots, but China, you're next.
That's all the more reason I think China is going to cave because, honestly, look at all the deals we're making with everyone around them. I mean,
they're going to be on an island.
Yeah, when they're the only ones that are left, I mean, we can get everything we get from them other places now, and we don't have to worry about steep tariffs.
You know, it might be like a siege. Might be like, hey, you know what? The strategy on China, you want to keep sending fentanyl through Mexico? We are going to hit you where it hurts. We're going to surround you. The whole world's going to have deals with us except you, and we're going to
like Switzerland in World War II.
Yeah, you just stay right. You stay your little self right there.
Y'all just bury yourselves in the mountain. We coming.
All right, now. The globalists are crazy. The globalists right now, their heads are exploding. They can't stand it because Trump is doing really what those guys said couldn't be done. He's proven that tariffs work when they're used by someone who actually knows how to negotiate. You can't just go there and talk a bunch of noise. Tariffs are a weapon. They're a tool. They can be a tool, they can be a weapon. In this case, more of a weapon. But we're at war. Would you rather fight with tariffs or with humans? Because it's here. One of our biggest problems in our country is we had Congress and a presidents and multiple Congresses that didn't understand the simple fact that people were at war with us and we weren't at war with them. This president gets it. I mean, he gets the same intel briefings the other ones did. I don't understand. But look, you threaten 30%, you hold firm, and suddenly, all of a sudden, you get the biggest trade deal in American history. And we said that last week with Japan, and now we're saying it this week with the European Union. These two deals should be all over those screens I'm looking at right now. It should be all over those screens. Instead, we get Epstein on one. Nope. Hey, look, Fox News, tired of winning. There you go. Trump notches major win.
Well, they've had it all day. And
okay.
Then BBC just had a little something about it.
Yeah, they should be all over BBC. BBC should really be covering it.
Well, they were, but now they're talking about the soccer. You know, that's their thing there.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's
MSNBC is freaking out about these, the redistricting.
Texas State Rep James Tallarico makes waves across both political parties.
Because, their Senate right now is holding hearings on redistricting. That's the big thing coming out of, we talked about it last week.
Yeah, the Supreme Court said that they were, they were racist on their maps.
They're doing what they're told to do by the courts. Well, California, calm down.
Yeah, Newsom wants. Yeah, you don't have there's a difference between a legal right and not having a
They'll
legal
find
right.
a way. They're gonna make some bull stuff up.
Hey, but I'm liking the strength. I'm liking the wins. I'm liking the wins. Oh, and plus a follow up. We're not even talking about the follow up on energy, defense, tech that reshapes the balance of power here. You know, those commitments to buy American made, USA made military equipment and those contracts coming to us instead of all over the world. It's not that all of a sudden America makes better products or we're cheap. Well, it is because we're cheaper now because we're making everything else expensive. So, I mean, Trump gets it. It's a market. But what he's saying is it's either going to be expensive for the entire world or it's going to be the opposite. But it's a market. So if our spending power goes down, so does yours. And if our spending power goes up, so does yours. It is a true market. You buyers and sellers voluntarily meet at a market. But when it's not voluntary or if it's not fair, then that's not really a market. That's a scale that's been tipped. It's been tipped.
Well, and it's about time they stop flooding our markets with cheap goods.
Yep. Yeah.
And like ruining our economy and affecting the prices of our goods. Like you are costing us money when you do that.
Yeah. And you know, I remember being just a little young lad looking at commercials, and I remember one pulling on heartstrings.
You were watching your programs?
My programs, my recorded cartoons or something. I don't know. I'm a Bill and
Moving
Kevin.
pictures.
But this was a very heartwarming commercial in the 80s, early part, mid part. And I remember seeing just either this kid or woman just almost at tears that was made not made in America, basically. The tag kept saying made in Japan, made in China, made in where, did not made in America, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And there was a big push, buy America in the 80s, the 90s, you know? Like
Made in America.
Made
That was
in
a
America.
big campaign. Like
all
like
those
you used
things.
to see for milk and for all those
Yes.
other things.
But what really is so disheartening is now that we know, the people that were pushing that were the same people driving made in America possibilities away on this free trade. No, it's not free. It's free. Free for who? Not for us.
For them.
What's wrong with fair trade? Free trade. It ain't free. It ain't free. It's crazy. So the same folks that were saying, buy America, rah, 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 rah. You're not even, I'm sorry, buy in America is not even on the shelf. I can't even buy it if I wanted to. But even then. And it was these same people that were okay with having tariffs on us, but not on the other countries. They were okay with sending manufacturing jobs over the same people that complain about child labor. Well, not anymore, but that want all these union-led efforts. They're okay with turning their back on what unions want outside of America because they can't give them votes. Unions can, though. Those union bosses can say, vote like this.
Ooh, you know them Democrats don't want all them jobs coming here. That means them people going to have to work.
And if they work, they're going to see how much taxes get taken out. And they're going to say, hey, how much, where's that money going? You're going, what? But I got to tell you, I don't know how much that argument's going to last for much longer because Republicans are wasting money just like Democrats.
Oh, but you're really going to see, I think you're going to see a wide open job market and a lot of people refusing to get back into it because they made it so easy for them over the last 4 or 5 years. They got all those free checks. They have free Medicaid. Like, why the hell should they go back to work after being off all this time?
The incentive, what you're saying is, there's a higher incentive to sit on the couch and do nothing than there is to go to work. And if you look at what the Republican-led House and maybe the Senate actually, but anyway, the cuts to Medicaid, it wasn't cuts to Medicaid to hurt people. All it said was able-minded-bodied humans
Get a job.
should go get a job, man. Work requirement. If you can, you should. If you can, you should. All right, guys, stick around. We'll be right back. In my favorite part, the phone lines are wide open. Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. We are broadcasting live from the Beal and Bear Studios right here in Lafayette, Louisiana. You know, I always like to go to hometown folks. I always like to go to the guy and gal I know. Bet you guys do too. I love those guys at Beal and Bear, man. If you went in that, they don't practice every area of the law, but they do have a wide range of options for you. A lot of lawyers over there, a lot of staff. So when in doubt, just call them, Bill and Bear. They'll tell you, they'll shoot you straight. They'll probably send their family law clients to the law office of Joshua S. Guillory, but you know.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know that to be true.
We got a couple of app chats.
Yeah, let's see.
Tony Dashery says, I would happily pay a little bit extra in tariffs so that my dollar can stretch further in the future.
Smart. See, that's the thing. It's not just the imminent consequences. It's long term. That was good.
Mm-hmm. Billy from Church Point says, like Biden said in 2 words, made in America.
I got 2 words for you. Made in America.
Hey, pal. I thought that's what it was going to be.
It's 3 words, really. But
Hey, pal.
no, made in America.
Yeah. I get it.
Now you got it.
Ah.
Wah, wah.
All right.
Warren gets it.
Yeah, Warren gets it. Let's go back to Warren, man. Warren, what you got, buddy?
Yeah, well, I'm not going to move on. I'm going to make sure I'm going to get even.
Go ahead.
I'm going to make sure everybody knows the truth. And, you know, the brothers over there in North Side, they're going to find out what's going on. The people in North Side, they ain't stupid. Nope. And when they realize that they pulled this on them, there are going to be some consequences. But, you know, talking about previous call, your Congressman Clay Higgins said the lady talked about unusual punishment. The insurance companies. He talked about I said it was conspiracy between insurance, the government, pharmaceutical companies, hospital systems, and doctors. And Clay Higgins said it was no conspiracy. There were going to be some people getting some long jail sentences. So I don't know. Did I hear that wrong, or is that correct? Because we need to be going after that too, because the way everything is set up, that's why the military needs to take it over, and the insurance too, because it's like when we gave trinkets like beads for furs. That's what these insurance companies are. They trading beads for furs, and the people are getting cheated. Thank you, Josh.
Hey, thanks, Warren. Thank you. He might have been referring to one of the times Congressman Higgins was on the show. Maybe he said something like that. I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't recall either, but I think the sentiment is understood. I think Warren's points are made, and he usually makes at least one during those 30 seconds. I don't know how he fits it all in, but he does. Major props, Warren.
Yeah. Jumping topics a little bit, only because I'm seeing this headline on Fox News about Jay Leno.
Yeah.
He actually came out and called out late night hosts and said that you're losing half your audience when you get political. And he's so right. And I was talking to Sam, my wife, about this over the weekend. It's like, I watch that stuff to get away from politics, you know, because this is my job, you know, every day and day in and day out, politics here or there. I watch TV and stuff in the evenings to be entertained, to get away from that, to escape reality. I don't want you shoving your politics down my throat. Like Robert De Niro, great actor, love him.
Yeah.
But now I just really can't stand him as a person because he talks too much. Like, stop talking and go back to acting.
You have the right. You have the right to be a political commentator, and we have the right to treat you as one if you do.
Yes, sir.
That's all I'm saying. Ask the Dixie Chicks. Dixie Chicks. Seriously.
They're the chicks. They dropped the Dixie part because it's racist.
Oh, is Louisiana racist? Like the word? Is the word Texas racist? Is the word Alabama racist? What? Well,
Lady Antebellum. Now it's just Lady A.
All right. Well.
Wokenese.
Hey.
They've been a wookin'.
Hey. Everything, you know, one at a time. But whatever. Hey, pal. So, man. So, yeah, I agree with you, though. And Jay Leno, man, I like Jay Leno got it. Jay Leno understood.
Because he understands how valuable things are, and he understands the value of money. And, you know, you want to make money and keep money, you stay in line. Like, you don't act the fool.
he's a professional, you know.
Colbert's
maximize.
crying because they canceled his show. Not because
Man,
it's because he was losing money. Because
Yes.
people don't want to tune in for that garbage.
It's a business. Now, check this out. We'll switch gears a little bit. I stumbled across this article from CNBC, and they are reporting that President Trump just gave Vladimir Putin a final warning. By the way, that's a little different.
Get to Putin.
Yep. Reach a peace deal with Ukraine in less than 2 weeks, or watch your economy and your allies take the hit. I brought this topic up for a reason. You just mentioned something that was pretty. It made me think out loud. Maybe our strategy is to surround China. And maybe our strategy is to surround China and Russia. We'll take a good deal if they give it to us. But I think there might be a message. The big players around them that China and Russia also seek to have a relationship with, like Europe, things like that. Japan. Japan holds their own. That tiny little nation, it holds its own. So maybe that is the strategy. And maybe that's why the president can say it with such confidence. And again, he's hitting them where it hurts. The economy. The economy. All right. So Trump originally gave, just to write off a few little notes. Trump originally gave Putin 50 days, remember that, to reach a peace deal with Ukraine. Said, we're going to put it on pause. We're going to figure it out.
Pump the brakes.
That deadline was set to expire in early September.
He changed his mind.
It's a war. It's a war. Putin didn't ask us if he can invade Ukraine. At least I don't think he did. He might have asked President Biden. Who knows?
Oh, he probably did.
Right. Yeah, I'll get some ice cream, pal.
Yeah, well, we'll send him some stuff a little later. Do what you gotta do.
Where's my auto pen?
Anyway,
But standing.
were you saying something? What was that? Come again.
But so Trump says, yeah, I gave that whole September thing, but I mean, right as he was standing by the UK Prime Minister in Scotland, he says, yeah, I'm cutting the timeline.
Change my mind.
I just changed it.
Never mind.
So Russia now has less than 2 weeks to make the deal. I don't think he makes that if he doesn't have some things in the cards. And it could have been the deal with Japan and the deal with the EU.
Well, and Russia did just bomb more cities in Ukraine, and you
Yeah.
know what? He's probably tired of seeing people die.
Probably.
Gets old.
Yeah. But if they don't make a deal within those 2 weeks, they don't bring peace within 2 weeks, Trump says he'll impose massive secondary tariffs on the countries doing business with Russia. Wow. What? Hey, you're talking about a strategy now, okay? You struck a deal with Japan. That's a good deal. A good deal for us, and I would imagine it's a good deal for them too. The best deal we thought that was the best deal. Now, with the EU, your neighbors who have a lot of resources that they're doing the business with us.
They're not trying to screw that up.
No, and now all your needs that you're going to get for your little war and your little economy and your little t-shirts.
A little bit. Little kickshaws.
All those folks doing business with you, Venezuela and all of them, you're about to get hit. Like, man.
Man, you see what's happening there? We are just China,
Yeah,
Russia,
that's what I'm
Venezuela,
saying.
North Korea. Y'all gonna be on your own.
You're
Y'all
gonna be
trade
an
among.
island.
Trade amongst yourselves. I'm
Yep.
feeling verklempt. Speak amongst yourselves.
Let's take a little break. We'll talk about this and a little bit more. Phone lines are open. We're so quiet out there. 232-1542. Russia. Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show.
You
bro.
good over there?
Yeah, I'm good. It's a hazardous job.
Punching yourself in the eye and such.
It's a hazardous job. To our Rumble folks, I kind of did this move. Right there. Whew. Dangerous.
Right in the eye hole.
We get workers' comp.
You're the boss. You tell me. No. The answer's no.
I'm hurting. All right. Hey, President Trump, smoke him if you got him. Using our tariffs as a weapon, as a tool to help guide our economy. You got to be flexible when you're at war. You got to be flexible when you're in business. Got to be flexible when you're leading any group. Yep, you start off with a plan. Got to start off with something. But things change. Things change. Like you said, Russia bombing Ukraine it's increased bombing on civilians and things like that probably did expedite. But we may be wrong on this, but it sure looks like it geographically that we are as a country kind of carving out Russia and China.
I don't think we're wrong.
No, I don't think we are
100%
either.
right.
But all this is kind of tying together now. All this is starting to tie together now. But Russia, you got less than 2 weeks to make a deal. Bring peace within 2 weeks, or President Trump said he will go after people doing business with you. Not just you, Russia. You're not going to be the only ones with higher tariffs as compared to all the rest of the world and China, you and China. But not only that, people that do business with you, countries that do business with you, they're going to get tariffs. Hey,
I love it.
like I said, I'd rather fight with tariffs than people. I'd rather fight with tariffs than humans. It's not war sucks. War is not pretty. And neither is an economic war. None of this is pretty. But what was our alternative as a country? We had two choices: stay the same or do something different. When you do something different, things happen. Every action has a reaction. We still don't know the total outcome of the tariffs. We don't know how it will the impact over years. But so far, you got to give Trump a little credit. If for no other reason, the media said we'd all be under by now. The media said that our economy should have collapsed by now, and our prices for everything should have been like 500% by now. So, at minimum, I think the president deserves a little bit of a benefit of the doubt because y'all are so wrong.
Yeah, Dow only down 67 points today. Oh well, Nasdaq's up, S&P's up.
S&P's up, yeah.
Dow's still well over 40,000. Like,
yeah,
we're doing great.
Yeah,
folks, we're doing great.
Yeah. Trump said he's disappointed, by the way, in Russia. Disappointed President Putin. Thought he really had a deal. Maybe he does. I bet this gentleman knows what's going on. What's going on, my friend, Mr. Blue Wave? What's up today?
Hey, gas report. $2.51 a Sam. You'll have a good day.
Well, thank you, Mr. Blue Wave.
Well, thank you, Donald Trump.
I like that, though. Mr. Blue Wave calling in.
$2.51.
And where was that at?
Sam.
All right, guys. Mr. Blue. Hey, courtesy of our dear friend, Mr. Blue Wave, go get you some pretty affordable gas. All right. Well, that's pursuant to the economy, the president. All right. But good leadership by the president. Good way to show that you understand what leverage is and that you're willing to use it and you're using it on our behalf. No foreign aid boondoggles, no endless war speeches. Gosh, no multi-decade military entanglements. No, that's what we got with all the other guys. This is just real pressure, real timelines, and real consequences. He's not just giving speeches in Brussels. He's laying down the law in Scotland. He's not begging Russia or Ukraine. Doesn't need to. It went way too far, way too needlessly. But when you have the leader of the free world with no spine, that's what happens. Trump's telling the world, hey, there's a deadline. Deadlines mean something. It's not vague. It's measured in days. It's easily determinable.
You can tell time. Everyone can do it.
But here's the deal, and this is the big message. You want to prop up Moscow with trade? Your ports get. You want to stall for time? Hey, no problem. You will pay it with tariffs. That is how you move things when you're negotiating from strength, not from weakness. Smoke them if you got them. The left told us for years that Trump was soft on Russia. What? They said he was Putin's puppet. Remember that? Now here he is, laying out the toughest deadline the Kremlin's seen since the Cold War, while Biden couldn't even find Ukraine on a map without a staffer pointing it out. All right, that's all we got today, guys. Hey, look, check us out on rumble.com. I want you to go on there, give us a little follow, and we're on all the socials and all the things. But it was such a great show. It flew by. Please be careful out there. Make